let's stay with the final day of the COP26 Climate Summit. Let's find out what climate advocates think about this year's deal. We're now joined by Chairman of the Foundation Earth Love United, Jean Missihoun. Great to have you with us on the show. Now, of course, Earth Love United, your main aim is to educate and raise awareness on environmental challenges, but most importantly, you're fighting against climate injustice. So how do you feel then about this agreement presented and certainly the tone of the overall negotiations this year?
Again, thanks for having me on. Clearly, as you know, the negotiations are still ongoing. But the key, what I call the key theme that we can take from the two weeks of negotiation are very clear. It's clearly a need for climate action, and not only the world leaders understand that, but the young generation is basically has been pressing on that, and that's all about what we do with the foundation. So we're definitely pleased by this whole dynamic about climate action.
Well, one of the key areas where we're still lacking globally and, of course, in Africa is in the technology needed to help cap and, of course, cut planet warming emissions. Your research has revealed some nature-based solutions to this. Can you give us some insight into that research?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, clearly, as we know, Africa is not basically the one who create the most pollution. But unfortunately, is the one with the most suffering from the pollution coming from the major industrial countries. But the good news here is as we transition to a new world, Africa is definitely and clearly a key beneficiary of that transition if the right policies and education have been put in place. And our research have actually demonstrated that. We have been researching about nature-based carbon capture and storage, which totally against, I would even say it's totally going against the overall, position that people like Bill Gates and Jeff Bezos have been taking, which are primarily around, technology for technology's sake. So we have currently a major pilot site in Benin where we'll be deploying that technologies. Our objective is to go to 1 gigaton of carbon capture over the course of 3 or 4 years, which is a massive endeavor itself. So we believe that the solution will come from Africa, and we actually basically do that today.